Hello friends, welcome to Thorough Education on the digital class platform. Here I am taking chapter number 8, Introduction to Trigonometry. That is, trigonometric ratio is applied only in a right angle triangle. Which triangle? Right angle triangle. So this is right angle triangle ABC, right angle at B. So AC is the hypotenuse, right? And this is angle C. I have taken angle C as the main angle, that is acute angle, on which we are taking some formulas. So angle C, this side BC is adjacent side of angle C and side AB is opposite to angle C, right? Opposite, adjacent and hypotenuse. Remember this, angle C is here, this is hypotenuse. So near the angle C, this is adjacent side, and opposite to this is opposite side. Which one is opposite and which one is adjacent, you should remember. There are two acute angles in a right angle triangle. Two acute angles. Ratio of the sides of a right angle with respect to its acute angles are called trigonometric ratios of the angle. A right angle with their acute angles. There are some identities known as trigonometry identities. Here, look at the triangle ABC, which is right angle at B, and I have taken here angle C. Angle C. So remember these identities. Here are 6 identities for 6 trigonometric ratios. Sine of angle C, that is side opposite to angle C upon hypotenuse, that is AB upon AC. Cosine of angle C, that is side adjacent to angle C upon hypotenuse, BC upon AC in above figure. Tangent of angle C, that is side opposite to angle C upon side adjacent to angle C, that is sine upon cos is tangent. Sine upon cosine, that is tangent, that is AB upon BC. Cosecant of angle C, this is just opposite to this sine. Hypotenuse upon side opposite to angle C, this is not opposite, but we can say this is reciprocal of cosine, sine and cosine. Secant, that is reciprocal of cosine. Secant of angle C, hypotenuse upon side adjacent to C. AC upon, here there should be BC, but it's a mistake, BC. Cotangent of angle C, this is reciprocal of tangent, side adjacent to angle C upon side opposite to angle C, BC upon AB. Okay, these 6 formulas are to be remembered very carefully. Now look at here. Trigonometric ratios of an acute angle in a right angle express the relationship between the angle and the length of its sides. Angle and length, that means ratio of sides is equals to trigonometric ratio. So this one is taken from the textbook, the copy of the textbook. The first use of the idea of sine in the way we use it today was in the work Aryabhatyam. This is the book written by Aryabhat. In AD 500, Aryabhat used the word ardha jya for the half chord which was shortened to Jia or Jiva in due course. When the Aryabhatyam was translated into Arabic, the word Jiva was retained as it is. The word Jiva was translated into sinus, which means cow. Sinus means cow. When the Arabic version was translated into Latin, sun. So, when Arabic version was translated into Latin, the word Jia became cow, that is sinus. Soon the word sinus, also used as sine, became common in mathematical texts throughout Europe. An English professor of astronomy, Edmund Gunter, first used the abbreviated notation sin. Sine, that means sin. The origin of terms cosine and tangent was much later. The cosine function arose from the need to compute the sine of the complementary angle. Sine of complementary angle, that is cosine. Aryabhatta called it cotija, that is cosine. The name cosinus originated with Edmund Gunter. In 1674, the English mathematician Sir Jonas Morey first used the abbreviated notation cos. Sin and cos, sin for sine and cos for cosine. These are abbreviation. Tangent, that is tan. And the rest three ratios are of reciprocals. The value of trigonometric ratios of an angle do not vary with the lengths of the sides of the triangle. If the angle remains the same, if angles remains the same, the value does not vary. Here are the formulas to remember. Okay, this is theta. Remember the following formulas where angle is theta. Angle is theta. Sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. That means sin square theta equals to 1 minus cos square theta, and cos square theta equals to 1 minus sin square theta. From this formula we can say this. Sec square theta equals to 1 plus tan square theta. Sec equals to 1 plus tan square. If we keep tan square here, then tan square theta equals to sec square theta minus 1. The 1 will go to the left side. And similarly, sec square theta minus tan square theta equals to 1. Cosec square theta equals to 1 plus cot square theta, and cot square theta equals to cosec square theta minus 1. And cosec square theta minus cot square theta equals to 1. Sin theta equals to 1 upon cosec theta. That means cosec theta equals to 1 upon sin theta. And if we take it here, then sin theta into cosec theta is 1, because both are reciprocal. Similarly, cos theta equals to 1 upon sec theta, and sec theta equals to 1 upon cos theta. And cos theta into sec theta equals to 1. Similarly, in tan theta and cot theta equals to 1 upon cot theta. Theta is an angle, remember, theta is an angle. There may be A, B, C, D, P, Q, whatever. Cot theta equals to 1 upon tan theta, and tan theta into cos theta equals to 1. So these are basic formulas. Again these formulas are here. Sin theta equals sin 90 minus theta equals to cos theta. That is cos 90 minus theta equals to sin theta. Both are opposite. Cosec 90 minus theta equals to sec theta, and sec 90 minus theta equals to cosec theta. Similarly, tan 90 minus theta equals to cot theta, and cot 90 minus theta equals to tan theta. We have to remember these 6 formulas in the beginning, these 6 formulas, and then we can do sums. Look at exercise 8.1. This is exercise 8.1. In triangle ABC, right angle at B, AB equals to 24, BC equals to 7. Then determine sin A into cos, sin A cos A, sin C cos C. Yes, we have to determine these things. So first of all, we should have this hypotenuse. Therefore, according to Pythagoras theorem, this is B is right angle, so AC is hypotenuse. AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. AB equals to 24 and BC equals to 7. 24 square plus 7 square, 576 plus 49 equals to 625. Therefore, AC equals to 25 because square root of 625 is 25 and square root of AC is equals to AC. AC square equals to AC. So, first of all, remember this formula, Pythagoras theorem formula, and next you should do, first of all, find out one of the sides which is lacking. Whatever side is not given to you, you should find out first the side by Pythagoras theorem, because all the triangles are of right angle triangle in this lesson. So sin theta equals to side opposite to angle A upon hypotenuse, right? So side opposite to angle A, this is angle A, opposite side is BC upon hypotenuse AC. Remember, this is angle A, opposite side is BC, hypotenuse is AC. So BC upon AC, that means 7 upon 25. 7 upon 25. Cos A equals to side adjacent to angle A upon hypotenuse. This is A, the adjacent side, that means nearest side is AB, AB upon AC, hypotenuse is AC, so 24 upon 25. Similar thing in sin C and cos C. Look at here. Sin C equals to side opposite to angle C, that is AB upon AC, AB upon AC, 24 upon 25, and side adjacent to angle C, this is angle C and adjacent side is BC, so BC upon AC, 7 upon 25. Question number 2. Look at the question. Find, in figure, find tan P minus cot R. Tan P minus cot R. We have figure given, figure is PQ 12 centimeter, PR 13 centimeter, and first of all we have to find out QR. Here PR 13, PR is 13, PQ 12 and QR to be found out. Again Pythagoras theorem, 13 square that is 169, 12 square that is 144, this goes to left side, that is minus, equals to QR square. Therefore QR square equals to 25 and therefore QR equals to 5. Taking square root on both the sides, we get QR equals to 5. Now we have to find out tan P. P means opposite side upon adjacent, QR upon PQ. I have taken in the next page, but if I scroll, the page will be turned and we will not find the figure. Therefore I am taking here tan P, opposite upon adjacent. Okay, opposite is 5 QR, adjacent is 12 PQ. So 5 upon 12. And cot R. Cot R, that means adjacent upon opposite. Similarly 5 upon 12. Both the answers are same. So 5 upon 12 minus 5 upon 12, we will get the answer 0. Look at here. Tan P, QR upon PQ, 5 upon 12, and cot R, QR upon PQ, 5 upon 12. If we take tan P minus cot R, that is 5 upon 12 minus 5 upon 12, we will get 0. Question number 3. What is the question? If sin A equals to 3 upon 4, calculate cos A and tan A. Sin A equals to 3 upon 4. 3 upon 4, that means opposite side upon hypotenuse. That is 4 hypotenuse and 3 opposite side. Opposite side of A, BC 3, hypotenuse AC 4. We will have to find out AB. There is no AB. So first I have taken this Pythagoras theorem. AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. AC means 4 square upon equals to AB square plus 3 square. 4 square 16 equals to AB square plus 9. 9 will go to left side and will be subtracted from 16. So AB square equals to 16 minus 9. AB square equals to 7. So we have got AB equals to root 7 because we take square root on both the sides. There is no square root of 7. So we have put here symbol of square root. So AB equals to root 7. Now cos A. Cos A. A means this cos A. Adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Okay. You can remember AB upon AC. Root 7 upon 4. And tan A opposite upon adjacent. Opposite BC upon adjacent AB. So 3 upon root 7. Question number 4. Here we are taking question number 4. Given 15 cot A equals to 8, find sin A and sec A. So cot A equals to 15 cot A equals to 8. 15 will go to right side and will be at the denominator. Cot A means this angle. Cot means adjacent upon opposite side. So adjacent is 8 upon 15. That is 8 upon 15. AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. We don't have this AC. So first of all we have found out AC. 8 square 64, 15 square 225. Therefore AC square equals to 289 and AC equals to 17. AC equals to 17. Now sin A equals to opposite side upon hypotenuse. Opposite side BC upon hypotenuse AC. We get 15 upon 17. Sec A equals to hypotenuse upon adjacent side. Hypotenuse upon adjacent side. 17 upon 8. That is AC upon AB. 17 upon 8. So question number 5. Given sec theta equals to 13 by 12, calculate all other trigonometric ratios. All other ratios means we have to found out other 5 ratios. I have taken here all the 5 ratios. Look at here, sec theta 13 upon 12. Sec means hypotenuse upon adjacent. Theta is taken here. We can take theta here also and here also. These two, not this one, because this is right angle. All these trigonometric angles are acute angle. Okay, these are acute angle. So I have taken theta as C. So sec theta equals to 13 upon 12, hypotenuse upon adjacent. We have to find out AB square. So AB square equals to AC square minus BC square according to hypotenuse Pythagoras theorem. AC, that is 13 square minus 12 square, 169 minus 144 is equals to 25. AB square equals to 25. Therefore AB equals to 5. Now it's easy to find out. Sin theta equals to opposite upon hypotenuse. Theta's opposite side AB upon AC. AB upon AC 5 upon 13. Cos theta adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Adjacent, that is BC, upon hypotenuse, that is AC. So 12 upon 13. Tan theta equals to opposite side upon adjacent. I have written formulas so that you can remember. AB upon BC. AB opposite side, BC adjacent side of theta, that is 5 upon 12. Cosec theta. Cosec theta, hypotenuse upon opposite side. This is reciprocal of sin theta. AC upon AB. AC upon AB, that is 13 upon 5. Cot theta equals to reciprocal of tan theta, adjacent upon opposite. BC upon AB, BC is adjacent, AB opposite. So 12 upon 5. These are 5 trigonometric ratios other than sec theta. Now question number 6. Question number 6. Let A and B are acute angles such that cos A equals to cos B. Then show that angle A equals to angle B. We have to show. It is given cos A equals to cos B. Cos A equals to cos B. What do you mean? Cos A, if we take, then adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Adjacent side AC upon AB. Cos B means cos B, adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So BC upon AB. If both are AB on opposite sides of equals to, then they can be cancelled. So AB cancelled. So AC equals to BC. Here AC equals to BC. Both the sides are equal. If both the sides are equal, then the opposite angles of these sides are equal. Then angle B equals to angle A. Angles opposite to equal sides are equal. We studied in 9th. We can say angle A equals to angle B also, because B equals to A equals to B. So this has been proved. Number 7. If cot theta equals to 7 by 8, cot theta equals to 7 by 8, then evaluate, that means find the values, find the value we are to found out. But cot theta means adjacent upon opposite. Adjacent is AB upon opposite is BC. So 7 upon 8, this is 7, this is 8. We have to find out AC first. 7 square plus 8 square, that is 49 plus 64. We got 113. AC square equals to 113. Then AC equals to root 113. Root 113. This one we get 1 plus sin theta, 1 minus sin theta upon 1 plus cos theta, 1 minus cos theta. If A plus B, A minus B, then A square minus B square. Is it okay? Because 1 minus sin square theta is equals to 1 minus sin theta, 1 plus sin theta. Similarly, 1 minus cos square theta. 1 minus sin theta means opposite upon hypotenuse. Opposite of theta is 8 upon hypotenuse is root 113. Similarly, here cos theta. Cos theta, that means adjacent upon hypotenuse, that is 7 upon root 113. This is square. So if we take square of this, it will become 64, and square of root 113, the root will be removed, only 113. Taking LCM 113 here, 113 1 jar, 113 which is written here, and minus 64. Similarly, taking LCM here, 113 1 jar, 113 minus 49. Okay, so 49 upon 64. This is our answer. And this one 113 which are LCM will be removed, because both will be in numerator and denominator. So this answer is 49 upon 64. Second question is cot square theta. Cot square theta. Cot theta is given 7 upon 8. Right? So we have squared both the side upon and numerator and denominator. 49 upon 64. Question number 8. Question number 8. If 3 cot A equals to 4, check whether 1 minus tan square A upon 1 plus tan square A equals to cos square A minus sin square A. We have to check or not. Yes, 3 cot A equals to 4. That is cot A equals to 4 upon 3. But cot A equals to what? Adjacent upon opposite. Right? Cot A equals to adjacent upon opposite. So we can take reciprocal. Tan A equals to 3 upon 4. Opposite upon adjacent. Tan A equals to opposite side of A upon adjacent side of A. But we don't have this hypotenuse because it is needed in sin theta and cos theta. So we first of all find out hypotenuse. AB square plus BC square equals to AC square. Therefore AB 3 square plus 4 square. Therefore it is 9 plus 16 equals to 25. Therefore AC equals to 5. We have got AC equals to 5. Now we are taking 1 minus tan square A upon 1 plus tan square A. Look at here, 1 minus 10, that 10 means 3 upon 4 whole square, and 1 plus 3 upon 4 whole square. 3 3s are 9, 4 4s are 16. So 16 1s are 16, this is LCM of 16. 16 minus 9 upon 16 plus 9. 16 minus 9 is 7 upon 25. 16 plus 9, 25. This is first one. And cos square A minus sin square A equals to 4 upon 5 whole square minus 3 upon 5 whole square. Look at here. See cos square, that means adjacent angle of A upon hypotenuse, 4 upon 5. Sin A means opposite side of angle A upon hypotenuse. So 3 upon 5. Opposite upon hypotenuse, adjacent upon hypotenuse. 4 square 16 upon 25. 3 square upon 9 upon 25. 16 minus 9, that is 7 upon 25. 25 is LCM here. So 7 upon 25. From 1 and 2, we can say that 1 minus tan square A upon 1 plus tan square A equals to cos square A minus sin square A. Both are equal. So we can say yes, these are equal. Question number 9. Question number 9. Now you will have to understand and pay your attention towards the questions. In triangle ABC, right angle at B, if tan A equals to 1 upon root 3, find the value of sin A cos C plus cos A sin C. So first we have to find out hypotenuse. Here 1 upon root 3, tan A means opposite upon adjacent. Tan, if ratio is given in the form of tan, then take opposite upon adjacent. Opposite is 1 upon root 3. So we have found out AC, that is hypotenuse. AC square equals to AB square plus BC square, root 3 square plus 1 square equals to 3 plus 1, that is 4. Therefore AC equals to 2. We have got AC equals to 2. Now sin A cos C. A means opposite upon hypotenuse, 1 upon 2. Cos C means adjacent of C, BC upon hypotenuse, that is 1 upon 2. Again cos A sin C. Cos A means adjacent upon hypotenuse, and sin C means opposite of C AB upon hypotenuse AC. AB upon AC. So these are taken here 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2, that is 1 upon 4. Root 3 upon 2 into root 3 upon 2, that is 3 upon 4, because root 3 into root 3 is 4 and 2 to the root 3 into root 3 is 3 and 2 to the 4, that is 3 upon 4. We get 1 plus 3 because 4 is LCM in both the cases. 4 upon 4, that is 1. Our answer is 1. Second question in the same, cos A cos C minus sin A sin C. Cos A, cos means adjacent upon hypotenuse, root 3 by 2, root 3 by. Cos C means adjacent BC upon hypotenuse, 1 upon 2, okay. Minus sin A, sin means opposite upon hypotenuse, opposite 1, hypotenuse 2, 1 upon 2. Sin C, opposite AB upon hypotenuse 2, root 3 by 2. What is here? Root 3 1 ja root 3, 2 2 ja 4. Root 3 1 ja root 3, 2 2 ja 4. So root 3 by 4 minus root 3 by 4, that is 0 upon 4. We can get 0. Okay, 0. So answer is 0. Question number 10. In triangle PQR, right angled at Q, PR plus QR equals to 25 and PQ equals to 5. Determine the value of sin P, cos P and tan P. So right angle at Q, okay, this triangle is right angle at Q, right angle at Q, and again given PR plus QR equals to 25. So if we take PR here, then it will be QR equals to 25 minus PR, right? This is result number 1. Look at here, PR is hypotenuse, PR is hypotenuse. So PR square equals to PQ square plus QR square. Then PR square equals to PQ, that is 5, it is given. And QR we have got 25 minus PR, 25 minus PR, whole square. Here PR square equals to 5 5 is 25, and this one A minus B whole square, A square minus 2AB plus B square. Taking this formula, A square minus 2AB plus B square. A square, that is 25 square, 625, minus 2AB, 25 2s are 50, and B means PR, plus PR square, right? So PR square and PR square will be cancelled. Both will be cancelled. Therefore, we have 50 PR. If we take PR here, then 25 plus 2, 625, 650. Then we get PR equals to 625 up 650 upon 50. Then PR equals to 13. 0 0 cut and 13 5s are 65. PR we have got. So we get QR. PR, that is 25 minus PR, 25 minus 13, 12. We have now all the sides, QR 12, PR 13 and PQ 5. This is a tricky question and you should do it again and again in your notebook. Sin P equals to opposite upon hypotenuse, that is 12 upon 13. P, opposite side of P, that is QR upon hypotenuse, 13. Cos P, adjacent upon hypotenuse, right, 5 upon 13. And tan P, opposite upon adjacent, that is 12 upon 5. if you get all the sides, then it is easy to do it. Easy to do. Now question number 11. Question number 11. State whether the following are true or false. Justify your answer. We have justified and said. First question is the value of tan A is always less than 1. Value of tan A. It is false. This statement is false because tan A equals to opposite side upon adjacent side. Right? The length of sides varies and the value may be greater, smaller or equals to 1. If the opposite side is greater and adjacent side is smaller, then the value will be more than 1. If both are equal, the value will be 1. And maybe opposite side is smaller and adjacent side is greater, then the value is smaller. Therefore, I have justified here with a sentence. Second question, sec A equals to 12 upon 5 for some value of angle A. Sec A, what is it? The statement is true because sec A equals to hypotenuse upon adjacent, and you know very well hypotenuse is always greater than any of the side, which is greater than 1, as hypotenuse is greater than any of the sides, right? Any of the sides. Cos A, third one. Cos A is abbreviation used for the cosecant of angle A. Cosecant. This is not. This statement is false because cos A is abbreviation of cosine A, not cosecant A. Right? Cosecant A, the abbreviation of cosecant A is cosec A. Number 4. Cot A is the product of cot and A. False again. This statement is false because cot A is not product of cot and A, but it is cotangent of angle A. Number 5. Sin theta equals to 4 upon 3 for some angle theta. 4 upon 3. Here again this statement is false because sin A equals to opposite upon hypotenuse, and opposite side or adjacent side never be greater than hypotenuse. Okay, so hypotenuse is always greater than any of the sides. So this statement is false. Here 4 upon 3 is written, which is greater than 1. Therefore it is false. So friends, here we have completed exercise 8.1 with great enthusiasm, and you should do all the sums with great enthusiasm. Otherwise you will not get it, and you will have to watch video again and again for better mathematics. And thank you for being with us. Thank you very much.